This is Ackley, Attack4427 here, and welcome to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about the foldable LED light studio box that was, of course, gifted to me from, of course, Brittany, who actually sent it over to me from my Amazon wishlist, which I have to say is absolutely really nice of her to do that. And yeah, I'm actually really impressed on how well the studio box actually turned out and stuff. And I do hope to actually put it to a good use for any future videos that I've actually got planned out very soon, or anything else in that matter. Though I guess it would depend on what might actually fit and had given to the size of that and stuff, but and I'm sure there's a whole lot of other ones that are much bigger than, of course, what I actually got. But regardless on that, I'm still happy with, of course, what I got, and I do hope to put it to a good use somehow. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front. If you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down in the description box below. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, by all means, yeah, I guess there's nothing much else of course, what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess by all means, go right ahead and check out the last episode. I'll be here by the time you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back for sure. In fact, I guess given to all that, I wasn't expecting to, of course, make this episode in the first place. But I guess, seeing how I did manage to get in my hands, I think I might as well have to. Yeah, I guess it's probably what I could say, given to all that, and yeah, like I said in the last episode, if you want to be like Brittany and actually want to, give something to me through my Amazon wishlist, then go ahead and do so. Yeah, the link to my Amazon wishlist is down below in the description box below. And I'm probably gonna, yeah, I'll probably display it on screen right here, just so that you can actually pretty much type it in on your web browser and stuff, and check it out through there. Yeah, that's what I could say on that front. And maybe consider supporting me on Patreon as well. I mean, we already got 3 people to, of course, pretty much support me via Patreon. Let's go for more. And I did say 3 because if anything, I think 7 people total have actually pretty much signed up to my Patreon, with only 4 of them being free members. And yeah, like I said, we only have 3 people supporting me on Patreon. Let's go for more than that. To which I'll also provide the link right there. Yeah, there you go. I mean, let's not forget my Streamlabs tipping page as well. Yeah, whichever you prefer to, help support me and making more videos and stuff, that would be really great. So yeah, the links are there, up there, as well as in the description box below. Alright, and yeah, let's go ahead and get these links off screen. Yeah, there we go. So, but anyways, seeing how you did already check out the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, of course, I guess it's after pretty much what we've actually been through in the last episode for sure. I think it's about time that we pretty much return to basics for sure, right up until something else unexpected will happen that will bombard me to do another episode for sure. And well, luckily enough for today's episode, I was originally going to do it last season, but some things might have actually gotten in the way. But seeing how I do have it back in my hands, I figure now will be a good time for me to talk about this one. And what do you think I'm going to be talking about? It's this! So yeah, what I actually have here for today's episode, we're actually going to be talking about this really nice Pokédex toy from, of course, Pokemon that is, of course, made by the people from Tiger Electronics. So yeah, I actually have this thing for quite some time now, and I figure maybe now will be a good time to do an episode, of course, this one for sure. Yeah, I think I kind of held myself back from, of course, pretty much doing this manga for sure, but I figured now would be a good time for me to talk about this manga for sure, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, with that being said, let's take a look at this. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that we got the overlong introduction out of the way, I think we might as well go ahead and finally talk about this manga for sure. Now, I guess if anything, I made no secret that if you've actually been watching my videos for some time, you would definitely know that I actually have a really strong love for Pokemon for sure. And I mean, hell, I guess I've actually talked about it so much, so what else is there for me to talk about? But hey, if you actually saw my videos in the past, you'll see what I mean for sure, so. But yeah, I guess I made no secret that I actually really do have a strong love for Pokemon for sure. Whether it be from, of course, the video games, to the card game, to the anime, and even the movies, and let's not forget to mention the several bits of merchandise for sure. Some of which I've may or may not have actually talked about on this show for sure, so. So yeah, I think that's probably what I could say, of course, that front. And yeah, and like I said, I've even actually cosplayed as the main protagonist in the Pokemon anime, Ash Ketchum. Well, in 2 different versions, that is for sure, so. So yeah, I guess if you actually know me for sure, you would definitely know that I actually have a really strong love for Pokemon for sure, and yeah, and I think it is safe to say that the franchise itself is pretty much just as old as I am for sure. No big surprise on, of course, that front, so yeah, and I guess if anything, I guess in regards to this has actually been something that I never thought I would get in my hands for quite some time now, but I'm actually glad that I did, and I guess to make an interesting story, I think pretty much, if anything, around the time Pokemon was, of course, popular back in the late 90s for sure, yeah, pretty much you can tell that I got several bits of merchandise around that time have actually been sold like crazy for sure, so it was actually a really big deal during the late 90s for sure. I mean, I didn't get into it because I was a really small infant around that time, but I do get it is actually a really big deal at that time, and it's even one of the main things that got me into watching anime for sure, so yeah, and of course, I guess in the case of this one right here, this is, of course, released all the way back in the late 90s for sure, particularly, I imagine maybe either 1998 or 1999 for sure, so yeah, quite a big deal around that time for sure, but hey, I guess if anything, this was, of course, one of the many rare Pokemon merch that has, of course, pretty much first came out for sure in the late 90s, and of course, it is, of course, designed by the people of Tiger Electronics. Yeah, you know, the same company behind one of those portable games and stuff to well-known video games, movies, and shows and stuff. Yeah, the ones that you actually hold into your hand, and of course, those devices go like, Yeah, I think, believe it or not, pretty much this right here is actually done by the same company for sure. So yeah, I guess it's of course what I can say, of course, that for her, and I guess it's no big surprise that for if anything, Tiger Electronics have had mixed reactions, of course, their portable games that they've been selling, but they've actually made a real big deal of course, pretty much Pokemon for sure, with this being one of many good examples for sure, so yeah. And of course, you might be wondering, how did I manage to get my hands on, of course, this one for sure? Well, long story short, I ended up getting this as one of many things I actually got pretty much all the way back when I went to one of my favorite conventions, Retro Game Con, way back in 2015 for sure. So yeah. I guess if anything, that was of course my second time going to that convention for sure, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's actually pretty much, yeah, I think I wouldn't necessarily say it's on par like the first time I went, like in back in 2014 for sure, but I definitely know it was actually a really good time for sure. Yeah, leading to, of course, the later years where I always do love going to RGC every single year, and yeah, I guess, yeah, and let's not forget to mention for sure that even with the past couple of times that I've actually gone, both in 2022 and 2023, are actually really great by far for sure since the pandemic, so yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front, and boy, I've actually done a whole lot during RGC of 2015, like, of course, pretty much doing some stuff as normal, meeting some exciting people, and I even got to run pretty much my first attempt at a panel, which was Ask a Brony. You know, one of my dark times for sure, so yeah, I guess it's what I can say, of course, that front for sure, but hey, I'm sure my vlog and, of course, my video that I did on that said panel for sure will actually pretty much give you guys a little context on all of that front, but yeah, regardless on that front, I did manage to get pretty much get this as one of many things I actually got from Retro Game Con all the way back in 2015 for sure, amongst many other stuff that I actually got. But if you want a little bit more detail on the stuff that I actually got from that said convention around that said year, then go watch my WTPU episode that I did on that said convention hall that I did years and years ago for sure. So yeah, but for now, I think I want to talk about this one on my own. And yeah, like I said, originally I was thinking about talking about this right around last season for sure, but sadly I didn't because I think I guess if anything, I think my girlfriend, when she came over to visit, must have accidentally stuck in her bag and accidentally took it home with her. But luckily enough, she was able to find it and mail it back to me for sure. So yeah, Cass, thank you so much for returning this to me. Yeah, I love you as always. I know you probably didn't know it was still in your bag all that time, but all is forgiven. Yeah, I guess it's probably a little embarrassing to actually mention this for sure, but hey, all is good now, so. But yeah, I guess if anything, now that I pretty much have it back in my hands for sure, and especially since after years and years ago when I first actually bought it, I think maybe now's a good time to finally talk about this one for sure. So yeah, with that being said, let's go over every single little bit of this. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that we got the backstory out of the way, I think maybe now's a good time to finally talk about this one for sure, and yeah, I guess I'll give it to what I'm actually seeing right here. Yeah, I will have to say this is actually one of the more reasons why I actually got this for sure. Seeing how one of my very first ever cosplays that I've actually done is, of course, on Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. I figure pretty much this is not only one ancient relic from, of course, way back in the early days when Pokemon was first around that I think I was lucky enough to get in my hands. But believe it or not, this actually does resemble the pretty much the Pokédex that is, of course, first came around for sure. Probably, I think, way back when the anime first started and when Ash started his journey, and of course the Kanto region for sure. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is actually really looking quite nice for sure. And yeah, I guess from the looks of it, it actually does resemble pretty much Ash's first Pokédex actually pretty well for sure. So yeah, and of course I think pretty much with everything going in red for sure, I mean, yeah, I mean, truth be told, I do get this is the first one that they've actually done, but I think my only complaint upon seeing that is that I wish they could have added a bit more detail from, of course, what I could gather. I mean, don't get me wrong, it actually does resemble the look and the shape of it rather flawlessly for sure, and even how it's styled, and plus even the Pokemon logo right at the front and everything else, yeah, saying Pokédex and the logo for Tiger Electronics, it is actually good, don't get me wrong, and I think it actually really does signify on what this item is for sure. But I do kind of wish they could have added a bit more detail to, of course, all that to actually resemble the original Pokédex from the Kanto region for sure. But yeah, that's just only my complaint for sure, but everything else from what I'm actually seeing upon first impressions, it actually does look great for sure. So, well, I mean, not great, but definitely pretty good by far. And yeah, I think we might as well go ahead and open this up right here. And okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess you can pretty much tell, judging by the way I actually open this up, but I actually really do like the nice style they actually went along with, of course, this one, and I really do love, of course, what they've actually done for sure. Like, of course, pretty much of anything, it actually does have a nice little keyboard and stuff. Yeah, to pretty much signify on what you could type in for sure. And even a nice little number pad and everything else resembling like a really nice calculator for sure. So, honestly, to me, not that bad of a combo, to be honest. And yeah, normally I think it would probably be a little bit too distracting, of course, on that front, but needless to say, I think I really do like the effort they need to put in for sure to actually make it work for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I could say, of course, that front. But hey, hopefully I think with enough juice in the batteries and stuff, maybe I think we should probably turn it on just to see how it looks. So yeah, we might as well do that. And here we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, looks like we actually got going on. And oh yeah, look at that, a nice little pixelated Pikachu for a star. So yeah, honestly, I think judging by the way I actually turned this on, I actually really do like the way pretty much yeah. In fact, I could just turn it off right now, and I'll turn it on again just to show you what I mean. Yeah, it actually showcases the Pokemon logo going by as usual, and yeah, right there, just good old Pikachu for sure. So yeah, I guess that's what I could say for, of course, that front. And let's go ahead and try something else to really get things going. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, it looks like it actually does have pretty much the nice little listings and stuff on what to do with the Pokédex for sure. And in all honesty, I think I really do like what they've actually gone for, but I guess the only complaint from what I could gather is that the numbering and stuff, pretty much the listing and stuff is probably a little bit too big from what I could gather, and I guess you could tell it looks like pretty much the way I highlight right here says capture list. So yeah, I guess if anything, it looks like the numbering, of course, on all this for sure is really pretty much way too big from, of course, what I could gather. And yeah, almost like yeah, I guess you are in desperate need to, of course, hit one of these buttons to, of course, read through, of course, what you want to select and stuff. But I do like what they're trying to do, regardless, of course, that front. So I think I'm going to go ahead and hit 1, and it looks like pretty much might as well hit the name. So yeah, and it looks like I think we're going to have to type in a Pokemon for sure. So yeah, I'm going to try type in Pikachu. So let's see here. Okay, I think it looks like I found it right here, and let's see what we got. And yeah, there's a good old Pikachu again, and yeah, I guess give it to, of course, yeah, look at that. It looks like Pikachu is giving off a little thunder shock for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, this Pokédex that I'm seeing right here actually does provide everything that you need for sure. Like, of course, pretty much the pixelated artwork for the Pokemon, and even the pretty much the information and stuff about that said Pokemon for sure. To which I'll give it credit. It actually is one of many redeeming qualities for sure to really pretty much make this actually work for sure. To which I actually don't mind, to be honest. And again, I really do like what they've actually done for sure. And yeah, you can definitely pretty much see right here it has everything else you would expect for sure. And yeah, I guess it's pretty much how it actually works for sure. And of course, the one thing to keep in mind is that this is only compatible for, of course, pretty much all 150 or 151 of course, all the Pokemon for sure. And again, this was, of course, released during the time pretty much the Pokemon anime actually first got started for sure. And of course, the later generations wouldn't come up until later on for sure. But I see this is actually a really good starter for sure. And I'm still impressed on what they've actually turned out. So yeah. Alrighty then, I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say, of course, this one for sure. And honestly, there's not much for me to talk about, of course, this one for sure. I say this is actually a pretty, really good Pokédex toy that they actually showed off for sure. And I mean, I guess in all honesty, I wouldn't necessarily say it's terrible by all means, and I do wish I could have done some things that would make it a whole lot better for sure, but I say this is actually a pretty good starter for sure. And I do think the people at Tiger Electronics, well, they did have their ups and downs every once in a while, but I really do commemorate the effort they actually try to put into actually make this one stand out quite well for sure. So yeah, I think that's probably what I could say, of course, at that front for sure. And thankfully enough, in later generations, when Pokemon came around for sure, other Pokédexes actually came around for sure that actually tried to do something a little different from what we actually first got right here for sure. And in all honesty, I really do think they really did a fine job on, of course, all that for sure. Now, to be fair, I don't actually have every single Pokédex from every single Pokemon region for sure, as I only have this, and of course, the one that's themed to, of course, the generation centered around the Hoenn region for sure. But will I actually plan on getting the other ones later on from the other Pokemon regions? Honestly, yeah, I can see that as a possibility for sure, but only time will tell when that will come around for sure. But for now, I say the two that I actually got is actually good for now. And yeah, hopefully when the time comes, I might plan on getting the other ones later on. But for now, if you actually got the time and want to get this one for yourself, then by all means, go ahead and do so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure eBay will actually have some listings for, of course, this one right here, though. Can be a little bit pricey from what I can gather, but hey, if you are lucky enough to find one of these, I say definitely go check them out for sure. So yeah, you probably won't be missing much, but you are going to be getting something that's not really great, but still a really good one that actually does show the love and spirit for Pokemon for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I can say on, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and by all means, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I would definitely love to know on what you guys think for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I can say on, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and of course, if anything, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering what could I talk about next for sure. Well, I'm not sure. In fact, I still got the time until probably Trainboy54 sending 2 Pokémon Thomas models. Who knows when he's actually gonna get around to those. If nothing's holding him back for sure. Yeah, seriously, I think we need to start a movement to, of course, have him send those 2 Pokémon Thomas models to me for me to talk about, of course, this show. I mean, the internet has already done it to, of course, Warner Brothers to release the Snyder Cut of Justice League. So let's see if we can actually do the same thing in getting Trainboy54 to send 2 Pokémon Thomas models to me. But I guess until then, I still got plenty of other episodes to actually do in the meantime for sure. So yeah, I guess right up until that comes around, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackley4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the ThomasFan1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and plenty more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page.
And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.